So even though the vibe is airy this morning, we start on an extremely horrifying note. A gunman dressed as a doctor shot over 5 people in Bronx Lebanon Hospital Center in New York yesterday before barricading himself on one of the floors. The suspect was described as tall, thin, and in a lab coat, possibly a current or former employee.
Well, it was confirmed this morning when I was on my way here. I heard it on the news that it was a past employee. He was actually a doctor who was dismissed on sexual assault charges. And he just came back and went Columbine on everybody, you know. And it happens a little bit too often for my
But this should be a person with sound mind, a doctor, you'd think.
You know, sound mind, I don't think everybody has a breaking point, right?
Yeah, everyone does, but to think that he went...
That can happen to somebody who you actually believe is supposed to be.
But that's tough, man.
That just goes to show that everybody has a breaking point. You know, there's always a straw that can break the camel's back, so you never know what's happening in a person's life. However, guys, let's try to find other ways to deal with our disappointments, because taking lives is just not acceptable in any way, shape, or form.
I always say I don't have a breaking point, but, you know.
You have a breaking point.
We all
just haven't found it yet, and we don't want you to.
And as much as we try to tell people to be careful, it's becoming extremely difficult.
Yeah, too many things that are happening. All right, well, next up, DeMarco. Yeah, what you? Okay, he's in there really happy. DeMarco has signed a 3-album deal with Akon's Con Live label. He's also now being managed by Entrige Management, a company owned by Akon's wife, business executive Rosina Negusai. That was hard to pronounce, but I did it. In an interview with Splash, Rosina said she wanted to work with DeMarco because he is very talented and creative, and that's a quote. He can write, produce, and he's easy to work with. Earlier this year, DeMarco relocated to Atlanta and performed at the BET Experience in California last weekend, and has a new single coming out called No Problem, which of course, you know, features Akon, and a Nigerian artist called Runtown. But like so when our artists, they make them stride it. How come it's not happy for him? Why you never on top of the world for Charlie?
I was. But it shows the strides that we're making.
No, we take everybody things and make it my own, you know, like my twins, my
things are born the other day.
Are you sending them here?
Are you give them name?
I mean,
yeah, man, I know, man. But it's a big deal, though. Big deal. As Chris Martin was saying, it's a big deal. I think of Akon as one of the different kinds of hip-hop artists he produces, because he does stuff outside of music. You know, he goes to African communities, try to get electricity and running water for them and things like that. It's $1 billion investment.
So he's not just about himself and accumulating wealth like a lot of the artists are.
Yeah, and so I think DeMarco positioning himself with someone like Akon is massive for his career.
All right, that's awesome. What's next? Next we have...
Well, I'm sure Sakina already knew this. Given the close relationship between her and Beyonce, the names have been revealed. Queen B and Jay-Z.
It's Queen Bey.
But it's Queen B. How is it Queen B?
No.
Can I call her Queen B?
Dude, no, it's my friend. It's my cousin.
They revealed to be named Rumi and Sir Carter. According to the TMZ website, legal documents were filed by their parents on Friday to secure the rights to the unusual monikers. While both names are distinctly unusual, Sir is more uncommon of the two, with the name normally used as a title before a man's name. Meanwhile, Rumi is a Japanese girl's name, and it's also the last name of the famed 13th century Persian poet, Rumi, Jalaluddin. Rumi.
He's, I get the Rumi part. I don't get the Sir part. Huh?
How you make them name?
I only named Rumi.
Huh?
I only named Rumi.
Oh, so why Sir? Sir Carter?
You'd have to ask him. I told Bay to just not let that happen, but it's not my fault. I only had saying one. They said I could only have saying one, so I went with Rumi.
Have you seen them?
Yeah, they're so cute. Come on, Ekron. No, Ekron just looks. But yeah, that's it for trending. Me want to know though, the question before we run go. Why them have to like copyright and name them?
Trademark and them things so
nobody can use it. But like, I mean, what do you mean nobody can use it? So the word sir, nobody can use it again? B, male watcher. That's it for trending topic.
You even check your friend then.
That's it for trending topic this morning. Let's know how you feel about it on all our social media pages as well as televisionjamaica.com. Right.